Hi, ladies and gentlemen. All right, this is coming straight out of China. There's another news story the United States government and media services thereof didn't cover. Did you guys know that President Xi of China, I think he's called a president, might be prime minister. Anyways, there was a call for his resignation, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know how China answered that call? It wasn't freedom of speech, ladies and gentlemen. Hell no. It was answered with 17 arrests, ladies and gentlemen. This is out of BBC through MSN. A total of 17 people have been detained in China following the publication of a letter, folks, calling on President Xi Jinping to resign, the BBC has learned. Letter was posted earlier this month on a state-backed website, Wujie News. Although quickly deleted by the authorities, a cached version can still be found online. In most countries, the contents of the letter would be run as a run-of-the-mill political polemic. It kind of starts off, "Dear Comrade Xi Jinping, we are loyal Communist Party members." It begins and then cuts out to the chase. "We write this letter asking you to resign from all party and state leadership positions." But in China, of course, in particular on a website with official links, this kind of thing is unheard of. And there have already been signs of a stern response by the authorities. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think there's a minor coup that might be in the works in China. What did I tell you? I told you exactly what was going on, ladies and gentlemen. All these pro-freedom guys that came to America to learn about America are now going home. Well, they are home. They ran their businesses in the United States. They know how to operate now. Some of them left decent positions to come home to China, or to go home to China. Now what do they find, ladies and gentlemen? They find that the party is no longer necessary, that the people in the party no longer represent them. And like all major conflicts, when the warriors come home, ladies and gentlemen, they find out things are worse than they thought that they would actually be. And now they are learning what that means. Oh, well, guess what? You don't want Xi Jinping as your president? Well, guess what? You're under arrest. Your propaganda is illegal under Communist Party rules, XYZ 117, whatever. And you have been deemed a threat to the state, at least temporarily. Ladies and gentlemen, in the US and the UK and Australia and many other countries, ladies and gentlemen, we are literally days away from legislation that would make this a reality. Now, I haven't said anything in this video which is demeaning to the United States. I'm just simply stating the very facts. We are days, if not weeks, if not a month away in this kind of ideology. Not to say that in a week, a month, and a day it would happen, but in this ideology, we are about that level where a letter calling for resignation would lead to arrest. I guarantee you it would already be done, but this happening in China, ladies and gentlemen, led to 17 arrests, ladies and gentlemen, for uploading propaganda to a website. Can you imagine if somebody went in front of a Chinese building, grabbed a microphone or a megaphone and said, "Xi Jinping, whatever the Chinese words are for, we the people of China, of the Communist Party, do demand your resignation." At that point, there would be troops on the ground, folks. I was going to say that in Chinese, but I didn't look it up, and I'm not certain what I would say is absolutely correct in either Mandarin or Cantonese. I could get it close, but because I've never had any formal training in Chinese languages, just Korean, and some say not so well in that either, I would probably get it absolutely wrong. And everybody say, "Oh, nice try," but still. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I guarantee you there's going to be a minor coup in China. Now, think about what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. You got all those services that are being brought down because of the oil prices. You got everything going on. And that's happening under Xi Jinping's leadership. The people, the free people of China, or the Communist Party of China people, members, whatever you want to call them, are now seeing a world where freedom was an option. And President Xi Jinping no longer represents that world. Now he must step down. It's not my words, folks. All I'm going to say is I don't know a single person doing any business in China. I've heard of one or two that in the past 5 years or so did something. They did it, they made their money, and they left. I don't know one person, ladies and gentlemen, that's doing business in China. I know 2 in Dubai, supposedly 1 in Japan, 1 guy in the UK that's all over the Middle East doing a whole bunch of good things, hopefully. But nobody doing business in China. And I think this is the reason why. Thank you, guys.